That would have helped. Hey guys, I'm sorry about that. Hey, why don't we just start over? My bad. The audio's here. What's going on? Hey, it's me, Brad. I'm doing this all over again. This is another Let's Talk Jurassic with the audio this time because I forgot to turn it on. I thought I turned it on. That's weird. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a random assortment of things here. We're going to start off with this COPPA, however you want to pronounce it. It's COPPA, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. We're going to talk about that and how it affects us, content creators in general, and what it means for the future of the channel. I don't really know. Spoilers. But also, we're going to be discussing Return to Jurassic Park. The updates that have just been talked about this week so far. And then we're also going to discuss some timeline expectations for the lead up to Jurassic World 3. So if you guys have anything to say about COPPA, if you have anything to say about Return to Jurassic Park bathrooms, if you have anything to say about a potential lead up to Jurassic World 3 and all the stuff you want to see, let me know in the live chat. I'm excited to have you all here. Thank you for letting me know that the audio was not on. That's really dumb. Also, if you are under 13, please leave right now, okay? Just go, because we can't afford to have people under 13 here with the rules that have been put into place in the regulations with this Child Online Protection Privacy. Wait, I've got it all backwards. Privacy Protection Act. Okay? So please, peace out. I'll see you guys later. Maybe. No, I'm not going to see you ever. Well, when you're 13, you can come back. But, all right. So I want to get it kicked off with a little bit of updates here for the podcast. So I don't know if you guys are listening to the podcast or not, but this past week we had kind of like, I felt like it was a throwback episode for everybody. So it was like a combination of different creators and stuff like that, a lot of different contributors that we have here on the podcast, which felt like a throwback to me because it's not always that we get to pile on different segments these days. Usually it's filled with like long hours, 2-hour long segments. But this week we had Arjun Boss produced a audio drama. So if you guys are into Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, audio dramas, any of those things, if you want to hear stories brought to life, then listen to our episode this week. It's number 210, so listen to that one. And this audio drama that he produced this week is really cool. It's all about this kind of downward spiral of Dr. Wu after the events of Jurassic World and where it kind of led him to Fallen Kingdom. It's all fan fiction, and so it's not canon or anything like that, but it is fun. It's got, special effects, sound effects. It's got, a voice acting. It's got music. It's got all that great stuff, narrations and everything, so you know what's going on. So check that one out. We also had the introduction of a new segment here on the podcast from Caleb Burnett. It's called Jurassic Tracks. So if you guys are into the music of Jurassic Park and the entire franchise, check out that segment. In Jurassic Tracks, he's going to analyze like one track at a time and talk about the track real quick, where its placement is in the movie so you can find it, and maybe just some facts about the track as it stands. And that was really cool. He discussed T-Rex Rescue and Finale. So a song that you hear at the end of Jurassic Park and how that thing changed throughout the development. Very, very cool. Also, we had an innovation center from Tom Fishenden where he discussed Return to Jurassic Park as of this past weekend. So the updates about the bathrooms, which you see behind me, that's not included in that episode, but he does talk about his excitement and stuff like that. So definitely, I'm just reading through the comments there real quick. Definitely check out this week's episode, number 210. It's a great throwback episode, I feel like, because it's got all the stuff that we've really built upon for this podcast to make it what it is today. So That's the first thing. The second thing I want to discuss is go to our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com. We have an update all about Return to Jurassic Park, written by one of our writers on the website, James Ronan. He took a chance to write about the update and what's coming, so go check that out, JurassicParkPodcast.com. You'll see that on there. And tomorrow, as of this recording this live stream right now, we're going to be doing a giveaway of sorts. So keep your eyes peeled on the website for that to be announced Thursday, the 21st of, what is this month? November? Yeah. So that'll be announced on there. So keep your eyes peeled on there. And then I did want to discuss real quick. Last week, our episode number 209, we did a kind of reveal of two new segments. Like I said, Jurassic Tracks and Dinosaur, the music of the Jurassic Park franchise. And if you check out the video that we posted like 2 days ago on Monday, we did a Jurassic vlog. So we're kind of introducing this thing. I've done some vlogs before for different events and whatnot, but this is a vlog for kind of like the inception, the creation of this Dinosaur segment that we're producing. So you get to see us in New York City going to the recording studio to record this segment. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. So it's a little vlog. I kind of wish I recorded more, but at least you get to see some behind the scenes for a segment here on the podcast, which I think is pretty cool. So that covers that. I do also want to mention, if you guys, which I know you are, if you guys are into the canon of Jurassic Park, whether soft or not, I guess, because that's a thing, not really. If you guys are into the canon of Jurassic Park, make sure to tune in to our next episode. So number 211, I think. Did I say? I have no idea. I'm kind of lost. Whatever the next one is, it's the Jurassic Wire. Myself and Aaron Beyer, we do a monthly segment, if you guys don't know, called the Jurassic Wire, where we break down all the most recent news. So a lot of this stuff is kind of recycled from the live streams and stuff that you see here, plus the addition of other stuff and spotlights on creators. But in this next one, we're going to be talking all about the canon. We're going to dive in deep. I know Jacob Arnold, I believe you were going back and forth with me on the canon that one day, and a bunch of other people that are also here as well. So we're going to go hard on the canon. We've been like writing it all out, scripting out some notes and everything, things that we want to discuss and how we want to tackle it, because canon is an important thing, or maybe not, we don't know, but we're going to get to the bottom of it, and we're going to talk all about the canon in the next episode. So make sure to download the Jurassic Park podcast. If you're following us here, what are you doing? Go also to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts, and download the Jurassic Park podcast. All right, so let me take a drink, because I got my coffee here, my Stegosaurus eating a leaf off a tree, my coffee mug here. All right, so let's go ahead and talk all about this thing here. Where it is. There's never know where to point, guys. I'm still trying to figure out where my hands should be placed when I'm pointing, and it's apparently that way. All right, so we're going to be talking about COPPA. I'm going to call it that because that's what I'm settled on. COPPA, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. It's a very good thing. You know, it's a thing that is certainly here to protect children from, the internet in a way. This is not going to be a very nuanced approach to this topic. So if you're looking for some grand information about this subject, don't find it from me. There are plenty other people out there, or articles, or literally just go to the FTC, to their website, and find out more information about it. I know you guys are probably wondering what it means for the overall YouTube in general, and it's kind of like a really tough thing right now for content creators that focus in on anything that could potentially be pointed towards children. So, whether it's intended or not, I guess it really doesn't matter. So if you do have any content that's focused or could appeal, I guess, towards kids, um, they're changing the game here, and they're making it so that there's no more targeted ads and stuff like that on your videos. So content creators are no longer going to be making any money off of their videos for that content. And then also they're so that's the ads, and they're also gonna like kind of like unlist it so that nobody can really track it down. It's not going to be visible like unless you literally go to your page and search for the video. So it's kind of really tough, and it's putting a lot of people in an odd place right now. I know plenty of friends and plenty of other content creators are kind of throwing in the towel, which is really, really sad. It's really upsetting. So what happened was YouTube collected data on kids, I guess, that were viewing content. So essentially, they just collected this data against their rights. They had no right to really do it without the parental consent, I guess, which YouTube never really collected that information. So this is really kind of YouTube's, as far as I can gather. Like I said, I'm no expert on this topic or whatsoever, but YouTube kind of messed up here, and they were fined like $170 million, I believe, for collecting this data. And now the FTC is taking the reins, and they're making sure that YouTube and people on YouTube that are creating content can no longer collect this data. So I guess, like I said, I don't know. I'm no expert on this. So what it is it's kind of affecting the content creators. So like I said, in our case here, we don't aim to create content for kids. That's not really our goal. My goal, which I've always said, is to create content that families can enjoy together. So yes, that means that kids do have the opportunity to view it and listen, which I've always been perfectly, acceptable with, because when I saw Jurassic Park, I was like 7 years old, and it meant a lot to me. It meant a ton to me, and I'm sure a lot of you people as well. It really meant a lot to kind of see this movie back in 1993. As an avid lover of dinosaurs and toys and stuff like that, and books and movies. So, it was something that really appealed to me as a kid. So I've always thought to myself, I want my show, the Jurassic Park podcast, to be able to be listened to by everybody. So that's my approach. I always want this show to be something families can sit down with their kids and listen to. And I've heard from plenty of listeners that is the case, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So in no way am I upset about that or anything like that. That is fantastic. So please keep listening to the podcast with your families. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, it's interesting because here on YouTube, it's kind of a different story. If you have ads on your videos, or you have had ads on your videos, for however long you've been operating here, it's just all of a sudden going to go away if you have anything that's focused towards kids. And here at our podcast, like I said, we try to entertain people of all ages. When I make my content, I'm not necessarily making it for kids. I'm not saying, hey kids, this is your thing. This is, watch this. Sometimes my son is in these videos. If I am playing with a toy, or we're creating some sort of vlog or family video or something like that. And I also have my own personal YouTube channel where I do like kind of theme park videos or family videos, any kind of trips or attractions that we go to. I always tend to film these things, which I've done, since I was a kid. I've always filmed. I've always been a part of creating content like this. So yeah, I have that other channel, but that one's not really affected. But this one is, because we've hit that threshold and everything. But I don't know what to do, from a standpoint of creating content here because, like I said, I know a lot of our peers and everything are deciding to stop because it's tough. And one of the issues is if you are found to be kind of breaking the regulations that the FTC has put into place, you could get charged up to $42,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Now, most likely that does not really apply to, people in our demographic of channels, these much lower subscriber counts and viewers. But that 42,000 is like the most that the FTC can charge you, or fine you for breaking these rules and not listing your video as made for kids. Because now in the background of YouTube, you can list your video as not made for kids or made for kids, or and you can change it depending on what type of content you're putting out. So if you don't indicate it correctly and the FTC finds out, you could get charged a ton of money. And it's not really something that myself or a lot of my friends and other content creators really want to deal with. So it's not really about making money or doing anything like that on our channels. We just want to make fun content for people. So I don't really know if anything's going to change too much. But a lot of work goes into creating these videos, and it is very hard to say if the FTC would ever just assume that this is made for kids. Like I said, this video is not supposed to be for kids. I've called it out in the intro, and it's in our description, and it's not. I never really target this kind of content for kids. So, I guess it really depends on if the FTC does. That's really what it depends. I'm going to mark it as not for kids, but I don't know what that means overall for the channel and all that. I'm not going to stop producing anything, so don't worry about that. You'll still get the typical content. We're just not going to be able to have ads or anything on some of our videos. So maybe you'll see less of the specific videos because, like I said, it takes a lot of time and effort to make some of these videos. Some of them, like my toy reviews, those ones will take me probably like 4 hours or more to create that from start to finish. That includes a lot of time editing or filming the video, maybe even researching the video, the dinosaur, the toy, whatever it may be, gathering the content that you're going to be using in your video, editing, like I said, that takes quite a while. And then exporting the video, creating the information on YouTube. It all takes quite a while. So you're talking a lot of hours here. So I'll literally spend an entire night on sometimes just one video, which, it's a lot. And, I could be doing plenty of other things. So it's pretty tough when you consider that YouTube kind of doesn't have your back anymore. And it's a kind of a scary point in time right now where you don't really know if you're safe as far as creating content. So yeah, I don't know. And like I said, if you're under 13, please go away. Do not get us in trouble because the FTC, YouTube, they will see that, they will recognize that in their data, they have this information available to them because that's how they got in trouble in the first place. So now we're all kind of paying for it, unfortunately. So please, if you're under 13, go away. Don't view our videos. Come back after that. 13 plus, guys, as far as YouTube is concerned. And if you want to go ahead, go download the podcast. I don't think there's any FTC restrictions on that. Talk to your parents. Make sure it's okay, of course. But that's something that's, I don't know. It's a different thing entirely, I guess. But yeah, we're kind of in a weird place right now. I'm going to go back through the comments, see if you guys mention anything specifically about this. Kevin O'Bill here says, how to stop this COPPA's situation? How do you stop it? You don't. It's a law that's been put into place a while ago. Like, this law has been put into place a long time ago, but now they're enforcing it here on YouTube these days. So starting in January, I think is when it actually gets enforced. So just if it's not about stopping the privacy or anything like that. It's about giving the creators the freedom that they deserve, I guess, to create content, because otherwise a lot of creators are just going to go away in fears of retribution from the FTC. So, reach out to the FTC. I know they have some spots that you can actually write in, or comments and stuff like that, and just make yourself heard, I guess, when it comes to that. There's petitions. I don't know if that's ever really, done anything in the history of petitions, but that's, there's not really any stopping it right now, I don't think. But who knows? Things could change. I think there is some sort of deadline in early December for something, so like I said, I am no expert in this situation. If I said anything wrong, please correct me. But yeah, and like I said, do not follow my information. Go find it from some valid source other than the Jurassic Park podcast. But let's see here. What else do we got? So the Jurassic expert, I think getting a fine in general is bad, and it is scary that content creators have to be worried about how to categorize their videos. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's nerve-wracking. Like when I'm looking at my backlog of videos, I have 500 plus videos on here, and that's a lot. And I guess I got to go back through all these videos and make sure that everything is indicated correctly, because I don't want to get fined. I don't want that to be the case, so I don't know. It's kind of a mess, but we're gonna do the best that we can. And if there is something that is targeted towards kids, as far as our content is concerned, we'll make sure to indicate it that way, because we don't want any kind of trouble. But yeah, you certainly might see like like less and less content as far as like maybe reviews or toy hunts. I know a lot of people love the toy hunts. We're going to be working behind the scenes to try to figure out what we can and can't do, and how we can, indicate these videos, and what's safe, what's not, and how we can utilize them in different ways, maybe to shape the future. But yeah, let's see here. Jacob says, "Hey, do you think these new COPPA rules are discriminatory, towards YouTubers, and totalitarian, and restricts freedom of speech and expression?" That's a lot. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's discriminatory. I can't say that word. Discriminatory. um, it's a FTC regulation. It's a law. Yes, I think there should be some more protections in there for content creators of family content. Like, I really don't think that family content creators should be discriminated in that way. I really don't think so. It's not fair, because if we're creating wholesome content, it should be up to the parents, right? And there is not Jurassic Kids. That Jurassic Kids is a segment here on the podcast. YouTube Kids. There is a YouTube Kids app, I guess, or login. I don't really know. I don't use it. Not a kid. But there is workarounds for families and stuff like that. But it does kind of suck that, the content creators are, in a way, being discriminated upon, I guess. I don't know. That's a harsh way to kind of look at it, I guess. But it's definitely restricting creativity, I think, because now everybody's kind of worried. So yeah, it's tough. And Jacob, I would remove that comment if you want to, because that otherwise I'll remove it myself. That other one. Yeah, and Clue Seeker says this whole thing is frustrating. I'm an animator, and yes, I do make cartoon animations, but they have some adult themes. How is that fair? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and it's very hard, because you're creating something with adult themes, but it is a cartoon, and cartoons do appeal to kids. So how does that work? I don't know, and I don't know if there's no real good explanation as far as what is safe and what is not, in terms of what you should and shouldn't be doing, and can and can't do. So I don't really know, if I literally put in my description that this is not for anybody under 13, and I also, put it in the title, or put it, if I say it at the beginning, or put a slide in the beginning that says this is not for kids, does that matter? I don't know. I have no idea if that matters. And it certainly isn't like we were saying before, it's not really fair to the creative content that we're trying to make here. You can't really be creative when you're worried about what the repercussions are going to be. So I don't know. All right, I guess got to remove this comment there because you didn't do it yourself. Let's see here. Jurassic Expert, have you thought about potentially seeking out another platform to put out content? I've thought about it, yeah. It's kind of difficult because right now there's not really that same kind of platform as YouTube, as far as I can tell. Like, yes, there's Twitch, I guess. I could do things on Twitch. I don't really know what the rules and regulations are for these other platforms per se. But I feel like Twitch is probably the most comparable addition. Certainly there's Patreons and stuff like that where we can create content, for specific groups of people. So I don't know if anybody's interested in that kind of approach. But we've thought about a lot of things here. Yeah, and Clue Seeker, I know what you mean. Not adult, adult themes. Like for instance, Jurassic Park is an adult centric movie. It's got adult themes. You're talking about, scientific approaches to recreating dinosaurs and dinosaurs ripping apart people. It's violent. It's got cursing. It's got, all this stuff. So there are adult themes in there, and it's not about, totally being like vulgar or anything like that. But it does have adult themes, and that's why it's rated PG-13, 13 plus. Parental guidance is suggested, I guess, whatever the regulations there. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Jacob, you got to relax here, man. I'm gonna have to remove you if you keep talking like that. You're part of the problem right now. And Jurassic Dave, yeah, I don't know why Google, YouTube mined this information, and put it into our laps as the problem. It's a real shame, they. Jacob, yeah, don't joke about that, all right? Especially when we're trying to talk about something serious like this, where we're talking about being fined $42,000. So let's not do that, all right? And yeah, I just don't know why YouTube would do that. They did it for monetary sake because this is the reason, because they sent this information out to other companies saying, hey, look at toy company A, we have this many kids watching our videos, so we can focus our advertisements towards those kids specifically, so you can make more money, we can make more money, blah blah blah, whatever it is. All right, so that's the problem. It's kind of greed in general. So their greed, which got them fined $170 million, is also affecting the content creators as well, because now we're restricted in what we can and can't produce in a way. Yeah, so that's that. Let's move on to a little bit more fun topic. But like I said, we don't know what the outcome is going to be. Things will change slightly here, but not too drastically. You'll still see the same content. But let's go ahead and move over. What are we doing next? We're gonna do. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I gotta change that image. Let's move over to. Oh, my bad. All right, so we're gonna talk about Return to Jurassic Park. All right, you guys are excited about this. We did a full live stream all about Return to Jurassic Park. this was like the day the information was released. So that was awesome. That was so exciting, and I was learning it right alongside of all of you because I didn't even read it until I was like live streaming. So I don't know if it was today or yesterday. I forget when this was, but Frontier, they have their forums and they release the feature focuses. Yeah, focus feature focus. Yeah, and this one was all about the restrooms that are going to be brought to the new free update for Jurassic World Evolution, and also the DLC Return to Jurassic Park. So, all right. So what you're seeing here is the new free update. So this is update 1.12. You're going to get some new restrooms here for your park. Here they say, let's see here. This building will work in similar ways to shops. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can bring this up for you guys. Just bear with me for a second here. All right. Oh, I don't know if that worked. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm in the way. Anyway, can I move this over? Yeah, let me shrink this down for you guys. Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing now. Hold on. Bear with me. All right. So this is absolutely not helping whatsoever. All right, transitioning this over. All right, so now you can read it. Maybe? I don't know if you can read that. All right, so this new building will work in similar ways to shops where you'll be able to put them down next to hotels, viewing galleries, or monorail stations, and your guests will begin to use them. Don't worry, the building itself is relatively small, so fitting them into your existing parks should be simple. You'll be able to upgrade the amount of staff in each restroom facility to ensure higher quantities of visitors can use them. You'll also have the ability to use the management view to figure out where the highest demand for restrooms is within your park. You'll need to be cautious about your money, though, as restrooms can carry additional costs to run, so don't place too many at once if you're starting a new park. You don't want to put bathrooms all over the place. And then players, let me bring this back in. So I'm like all over the place here. All right, so here is the bathrooms itself. You have that nice Jurassic World bathroom right there. It looks fantastic. And this is something that's replicated pretty much identically from like some of the shops and stalls that you see on Main Street in Jurassic World, the movie. So it kind of replicates that exactly. You have that nice like cross pattern on the sides, that curved roof, bamboo, the flower. It looks great. It looks fantastic. Really does look like a bathroom. And this is one of the great things that I have always kind of complained about is with Roller Coaster Tycoon is something I've always kind of brought up when it comes to Jurassic World Evolution and things that I feel like have been missing or things that I need, because that game, Roller Coaster Tycoon, is still valid. It still is amazing. I play it all the time. I play it more than Jurassic World Evolution, to be honest. And it's still great, and it has things like bathrooms. So placing them in your park, making your park feel more alive, more real, I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm excited to see bathrooms here. You have the Jurassic World bathroom. Is that it? Yeah, there's another shot of the Jurassic World bathroom. It's pretty cool. And it is very small. Like, it looks like there's another set of bathrooms or something behind there. So we got Jurassic World bathrooms. We have Jurassic Park bathrooms. So these are more in line with what you see in Jurassic Park. Not identical to, it's kind of close. I mean, I guess it's kind of close to what you see in the movie, because we have that iconic, bathroom break in T-Rex, the T-Rex breakout scene. This looks like a little bit bigger of a bathroom, but This is for players who have the new DLC Return to Jurassic Park. You'll also gain access to new Jurassic Park facilities featuring a design with a thatched roof inspired by the film. These will be available in the new narrative campaign or when selecting the Jurassic Park era settings in the new sandbox or challenge mode. Check out the screenshots below, blah, blah, blah. And that's about it for the information there. Also, it kind of looks like we have a new walkway here, so that seems to be something that is kind of new to this update as well. So that's interesting. That wasn't really mentioned in the feature focus, but it's something that a lot of people were pointing out online. So nice bathrooms there. So many workers going into the bathroom all at once. There's another shot, a little bit brighter. Looks pretty good. Looks good. And there you got a good shot of the new ground, I guess, the new walkway. So, man, am I excited for this. You know, all they needed to do is show off a bathroom to get the entire Jurassic community excited. So that's pretty funny. But I am very, very excited for this. I don't know if you guys are talking about it. Return to bathrooms. I like that, Anton. Jared says, I guess the restrooms are pretty good. I was kind of disappointed that the feature focus was on the restrooms and not the compies, pteranodons, or the new skins and locations. Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, it seems like something that could have been like an addendum or an addition to some bigger information. But, hey, we got some bathrooms. Yeah. J Park Lover says, while I'm not against the new restrooms, I would think guest buildings such as hotels and restaurants would already have restrooms. Anyone else think so? Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you, which is certainly most likely the case. And when you think about real theme parks, yeah, that's definitely the case. But there are also standalone bathrooms in theme parks as well. So this kind of does work. But yeah, I think it should have been, in addition to this great update that we're bringing you, there's also these bathrooms. So I think it should have been in addition to. Can a T-Rex plow its head into the bathroom? I really hope so, 3D Cree. I really, really hope so. That would be awesome. Yeah, I really hope there's some sort of destruction break apart capability for these bathrooms, so they kind of like just explode. That would be great. Yeah, and Anton also noticed the workers look like the OG ones. Yeah, they look like all the the ones from like the beginning of the movie, or ones that you just see walking around. Yeah, they got the orange hats, the blue kind of work attire. I like it. I think it looks great. So that's about it. Don't really have much information there. This is the first feature focus until the update arrives on June. What month are we? In December 10th. So December 10th, I believe, is when the game pops up. Return to Jurassic Park. So, yeah, so there's going to be two, like I said. So this is the first one, and the next one, I guess, will come next week. And then we're getting kind of close to the release there. So let's go ahead and move on to our next thing. What is our next one that we're going to be talking about? All right. So this is something I kind of threw together last minute. I'm probably going to do a much bigger video on this. But I thought it would be interesting to kind of go back and forth with a lot of you guys. So I wanted to discuss timeline expectations. Not necessarily film timeline expectations, but timeline expectations as far as what I think we can see leading up to Jurassic World 3. So as we know, Jurassic World 3 comes out June 11th, 2021. So if you guys have any things that you want to see by June 11th, 2021, let me know in the comments section, and I'll try to read them there. But things that I am expecting and things that are definitely coming. Let's talk about those real quick. So right now, what do we have? You know, I'm going to start it actually next year. We'll skip ahead to next year. So we have filming. Filming is going to be taking place for Jurassic World 3. We know that that is starting in February, right? So February, we don't really have an exact date, an exact day or anything like that. But I'm hoping, sometime in February, I hope we get to see, like a cast photo, or hopefully even before that, we get to see a table read, like something with the cast, with the original three, the Grant, Malcolm, and Ellie all together in one place. Or, I know a lot of people have been wanting that table read of the script and everything. I really do want them in full costume, how we'll see them all together on set. I think that would be a great day one shot. I don't know if they're scheduled to be there day one or not, but I think if you have some sort of costume fitting or something like that, just to get their first looks of these characters in costume, take a picture then and upload it on that first day of filming. So February, whatever it is. I think Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom started like late February. I think it was like 23rd, 24th, something like that. So, we could extend it to the end of February and release an image or something that showcases filming has started. This is a major release, guys. I mean, this is the culmination, I would expect, of this series here, the Jurassic World series. Of course, we kind of expect more movies after this. We're pretty positive that we'll get some more stuff after this. But this is kind of that culmination, and who knows? I don't know if we'll ever get the big three back again in one movie. So let's treat it right. Let's treat it with some respect. Get something going day one. So that's February 2020. I don't know if I said 2021 before. February 2020 is when we're going to start filming. So let's see. I took an estimated guess. Filming for Jurassic World was, I believe, about 4 months. Filming for Fallen Kingdom was 5 months, I believe. So, actually the timeline, like I said, for Fallen Kingdom is pretty on par. It released in June, obviously. And, it started shooting in the year before in February. So, I mean, I would kind of expect this to at least go to, let's see, February, March, April, May, June, July. So let's say 5 months. We'll go to July. So maybe the end of July, they'll be filming this movie until. So that's a lot of time. So we got like almost half of next year to be talking about the filming, getting glimpses at the production, behind the scenes, photos from Colin or whoever. Those kinds of things are very slim. The officially released content. Last time we did get a lot of DPG stuff as far as like secret photos of like classrooms and stuff that they were using for the DPG website and all that. So we did get some content like that. But so we got from February to probably around July or so for the production of this movie. We also do have, let's see here. Where should we go next? All right, so continuing, I guess, with Jurassic World 3. The title. So the title is something that we don't know. I would certainly expect that, in 2020. That's safe enough to assume. And last time around for Fallen Kingdom, I believe it was June. So if we're sticking with that same timeline, this same shooting timeline, same release timeline, we should hopefully expect a title around June. Now, all of these things can change. Absolutely every one of these things I'm saying could 100% change. But if we're sticking to the script and kind of doing what we did before, we might get that title for Jurassic World 3 around June. And that's a great time because, Jurassic June, they do seem to be keyed in on Jurassic June. It doesn't seem to kind of go over their heads. They kind of know it's a thing. So we do tend to get a lot of stuff in June. Plus, that would mark the 1 year to Jurassic World 3. So that would be nice to at least have the title in June of 2020. Let's see here. So I don't know. We have casting, I guess, could pop up between then, and casting does still tend to release while things are filming, like deep into filming. So we might see more people announced here and there. Right now we have a pretty packed cast already, so I don't know if I'm expecting anything big, but you never know. So keep your eyes peeled all of next year while they're filming. We might get little tidbits of cast and crew and stuff like that. But I'm excited for that, because I think there's probably more to come. Music. So right now, as far as the composer is concerned, let's assume Michael Giacchino is coming back, right? I mean, I have not seen anything. Maybe it's kind of gone over my head, but I don't think I've seen any kind of official confirmation. If I'm wrong on that, which I'm not totally sure, let me know. But as far as I have seen, I have not heard about Michael Giacchino returning yet. But if we're going back to Fallen Kingdom, Giacchino was announced, I believe, in September of 2016. So that movie released in June 2018. So that means we already passed our deadline. So, like I said, things are not on the exact same timeline. So, if we're 2 months past that right now. So if they were following the same timeline, we would have heard about Michael Giacchino in September. But I don't know. Doesn't really seem like we've heard anything yet. And I think it's safe to assume he'll be back, but who knows? I mean, we got Amy Doherty, who came back for Battle at Big Rock, who debuted for Battle at Big Rock for us Jurassic fans. So is that a foreshadowing of Jurassic World 3? I don't know. I mean, very well could be, but I think it's probably safe that Giacchino will finish this out. Even with, tight deadlines and tons of films, he is capable of putting out so much content. So, I think he made Rogue One in 4 weeks. So I don't think we have anything to really worry about there. All right. So, sorry. We also do have, let's see, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So that's a thing that we know is popping up in 2020. Again, I don't think that's a thing that we've really heard a specific date. Let me look something up while we're right here. Because the other day, DreamWorks Animation released, I believe they talked about, let's see. Oh, yeah. All right. So DreamWorks Animation's Fast and Furious animated series. So this is something that is right in line there with Camp Cretaceous. That's tying into their big tentpole franchises. So DreamWorks is also doing Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So Fast and Furious, what is this thing called? I don't know. Spy Racers. Okay. That is debuting, let's see here, December, I believe. December 26th of this year. So that's coming out fairly soon. And this is, let's see. Teenager Tony Toretto follows in the footsteps of his cousin Dom when he and his friends are recruited by a government agency to infiltrate an elite racing league serving as a front for a nefarious crime organization bent on world domination. This kind of sounds like a combination of Fast and Furious and Star Wars Resistance. That's interesting. But that is the premise for that. So it's following a similar path of Camp Cretaceous, where you get Camp Cretaceous is like a bunch of teenagers sent to an adventure camp or something on Nublar around the events of Jurassic World, and then they gotta stick together to stay alive, all that kind of stuff. So this is coming out in December. As far as I know, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is dropping in 2020, and that seems to be about all we know for that series. So when is that going to come out? I don't know. I looked into DreamWorks' other properties, and they seem to be all over the place, anywhere from January to May to April to December. So it's really all over the place. There was not really like a firm, like I could nail it down to like this kind of timeline for their releases. So Camp Cretaceous could come out the end of December in 2020, or January. I have no idea. So that is kind of up in the air right now, and we'll definitely keep our eyes peeled for that. But that's something that will fall on the path there. All right, so we're kind of getting towards 2021 territory. And I know a lot of you have been answering about the trailer, I think, here. So let me see here what you guys are saying. Yeah, and I know Jacob mentioned in-universe timeline. That's not really what I'm talking about here. So keeping that aside, we're not really talking about timeline of the series. We're talking about timeline of the releases of things within our universe. So Jurassic Dave says, hopefully a trailer that doesn't give too much away, a Star Wars style trailer. Fallen Kingdom gave too much away. Yeah, that was definitely my disappointment with Fallen Kingdom. I do love the movie, but upon that initial viewing, I was like, oh wow, that's it. I mean, we got what we saw. We saw it all before the trailer. Actually, even before the trailers, we got behind the scenes stuff. We had trailers, all this stuff that really spoiled the movie. So I really hope you're right, and I hope we get a very conscious decision to hide that information as far as what Jurassic World 3 is. But knowing Universal, I don't expect that to be the case, because it seems like a lot of their properties, they just give it all away. You want it, here it is. Here's everything. Yeah, and the trailer, I know, let's see, I go back up here. Yeah, a lot of people, you mentioned the DPG stuff, so yeah, I think it's perfectly capable that we'll get some viral marketing, before that, before the release of the movie. So I have no trajectory or timeline for that. I did not look up when DPG started releasing stuff. Anton is saying trailer early December 2020. A lot of people have been assuming that, so it's possible. I don't know. I kind of want like a Thanksgiving release trailer. I think Thanksgiving would be a perfect time to do it. Not this Thanksgiving, not next week, as of this recording, but Thanksgiving 2020. I think that would be perfect. You could do it on a football game, throw it up there during the game that night, I guess. I don't know. And I think if I remember correctly, I believe Star Wars: The Force Awakens released their trailer Thanksgiving morning. It was a teaser trailer. Let me just double check. Because that was just one of the best experiences that I've ever had watching a trailer. The no, not one, the best experience I've ever had watching a trailer. Um, let's see here. Yeah, the trailer will be revealed online. Blah blah blah. Oh, Black Friday. Okay. Huh. Okay, so like I said, right around there. But I think that would be a great time. Yeah, Thanksgiving weekend. I think that would be perfect, or literally on Thanksgiving itself. I that was like literally the best time I've ever had watching a trailer was watching it for The Force Awakens. You know, you had that potential time off that you could sit there and watch a trailer whenever, watch it online whenever it pops up. You don't have to worry about work or whatever. Um, I I think around that time would be great, and certainly maybe in December as well. Um, but and then definitely we have to assume you're most likely going to get a Super Bowl trailer in 2021. Something big. I'm sure they'll go big on the marketing that year. Last year we had something, didn't we? I think we had something for Super Bowl. And we also had like that Jeep commercial, I think, right, with Jeff Goldblum driving a Jeep, I think. But yeah, I really hope it doesn't reveal much, and we'll have certainly a lot of trailers after that in 2021. But another thing I wanted to talk about was real quick. I'll mention these two actually first: games and books. Is there a potential that we'll get games and books? I think so. I think it's possible that they're going to take what they did in 2018 with Fallen Kingdom and ramp that up. So I think there's a potential that we'll get some more games and books, and I would put them on par with Fallen Kingdom, and release them all like they did last time in June, and just completely overload us. Evolution, Jurassic World Evolution, the Evolution of Claire, and Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Revealed, all released within like 2 weeks of each other, or a week, like literally all at the same time, and it was out of control. So I'm expecting they'll do something similar. But I really wanted to talk about here theme parks. All right, so this is interesting. You know, um, as Jurassic World 3 comes about, we're gonna have two theme parks with new Jurassic World stuff in 2021. So that's going to be awesome. If anybody is out in China, in Beijing, you're going to be able to go to the new park, Universal Beijing, in 2021. I don't believe there's a firm date yet, but it's going to be 2021. They're going to open up that park. You get a full Jurassic World section with the Innovation Center, with a full like Jurassic World like huge attraction. I think a coaster of some sort, a mountain. You get the park gates. You get all kinds of really cool stuff over there. So that's awesome. But we do think that Islands of Adventures update for Jurassic is going to be done spring 2021. So Islands of Adventure right now is currently, which you guys know, is going under a huge construction update for a new coaster that's coming. And all the plans that we've seen seem to end this construction spring 2021. So this all could be coinciding with the release of Jurassic World 3, which would be amazing. So expect more theme park content coming your way before, I think, Jurassic World 3 hits the theaters. I mean, I don't know what else is really going to be changing at that park. I seem to be aware that it's not going to really change all that drastically. It's still going to be Jurassic Park and Jurassic World kind of tied together. But expect that coaster to open up in the spring or early summer, or something like that. And then, that's that. That's that. But that's really it as far as the timeline I have. If anybody else has anything, of course, I'll talk about it. But J Park Lover says, regardless of who composes, we'll for sure continue to hear Williams' theme. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, it would be great, Anton, to get dinosaur population information, which I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll get that kind of information from whatever viral information that they're going to be releasing. And yeah, Jurassic World, which I didn't even put that on my list, toys. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys started releasing last year, 2018, in April. So that was April, May, June. So that's 2 months ahead of their release for Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, that's a fair point. We could be certainly getting toys in April of 2021. So we're still a ways away from that right now, but it's possible. It's possible. But yeah, I am excited, guys. I think we've had a productive chat here. I think it's been pretty good. You know, we kind of talked about expectations of this whole. Oh, Genozoic Artist, man, you're way late, man. I am heading out. I've been here for an hour. But yeah, we've talked about all these expectations for COPPA and what it means for us. You know, we've talked about Jurassic World evolution and the bathrooms, Jurassic bathrooms, and of course the timeline leading up to Jurassic World 3. So if you guys have anything else to talk about here, please finish up here in the live chat. Go over to the actual comments. Let us know below. Continue the conversation there. And we'll keep talking about it with you in the comment section. And yeah, so this week, like I said earlier, we have a great episode for you guys. All about Jurassic Tales. You know, we got Woo Spiral. Like I said, go listen to that audio drama. Go listen to the new Jurassic Tracks episode, and then the update for Jurassic World, Return to Jurassic Park. Sorry, Jurassic World Evolution from Tom Fishenden. And then, sorry, I'm like completely losing my voice here. Like I said, canon, guys. We're gonna be talking all about canon in the next episode of the Jurassic Park podcast. So get your like, you know, fists ready, because you're going to be flailing around angry about the canon, trying to punch a wall or something. I don't know, but I certainly will be. Me and Aaron will be just like battling about the canon, even though I think we're on the same page for once, finally. But yeah, we'll be talking all about the canon in the Jurassic Wire for the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to download the Jurassic Park podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Go to JurassicParkPodcast.com, look for our article about Return to Jurassic Park, everything else we have over there. We have a giveaway coming for you guys. Look out for that. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'm gonna head out of here, and I have something else to record actually after this, so I gotta fix up this voice and see what's going on here. Hopefully that can get this thing working. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and enjoy.